Hi, team. I want to take about 10 minutes to talk about our company goals. These goals reflect both who we already are and the moment we're in. Timing matters, and this is a moment where focus really does count. When you finish this video, you should be clear about where we're headed and how your work fits into our 2026 strategic plan. First goal I want to talk about: be the go to business for supply chain and logistics decision advantage. This is not a future aspiration. This is the right focus for this moment. We are seeing a renewed and very real emphasis on logistics across the Department of War. That focus is being reinforced structurally with multiple senior leaders recently appointed with explicit responsibility for logistics, readiness, and contested operations. This tells us the emphasis is operational and it is happening now across the whole of government. Our role is to connect planning, data, and operations so leaders can act with confidence, especially in complex, distributed, and of course, contested environments. Many of you already work at this layer every day. In practical terms, this means end to end logistics coordination and decision support, enterprise logistics synchronization, and operational planning analysis and performance oversight at the command level. It also means helping the enterprise understand where risk is accumulating, how emerging solutions mature, and how those capabilities translate into real supply chain resilience. This is why work like our cyber support around critical minerals and our global bulk fuels work fits squarely within this goal. It's about making sure innovation informs real decisions before the systems are stressed. What this translates into this year is a concerted focus on organizations where supply chain and logistics are at the core of what they do. This obviously includes CLA, Transcom, and the Coast Guard, places, frankly, we already are. But we're also making a big push to pursue work in the Air Force and evaluating other organizations that fit within this framework. The ultimate goal is to be the connective tissue between strategy, data, and execution, ensuring the system works when it matters most. Next goal I want to talk about is growing the company with focus and intent. This year, growth really does matter. We are transitioning to a large business. That transition changes the competitive landscape for us, the expectations, and frankly, the margin of error. To make that transition successfully, we need revenue scale and momentum. This is the year to build that strength so that we cross that threshold from a position of confidence, not constraint. That doesn't mean chasing everything, but it does mean building up our business development team and making sure we're all rowing in the same direction. So expect for some additional reach out this year because frankly, D&G needs your help to cross what many in this industry call the valley of death. In the end, we will remain focused on growth that align with who we are, staying prime heavy, selective, and disciplined. Momentum matters, and this is the time to build it intentionally. Thank you for your help in advance. Next goal I want to talk about is strengthening financial discipline and profitability. This is especially important given the market we're operating in right now. Budgets are tighter and competition is intense. Many large firms are under a microscope and shifting strategies while competing aggressively for a smaller share of available work. In that environment, financial discipline is a strategic advantage. We are not a firm with a ton of overhead, and I hope many of you know almost every individual who works for headquarters. That's important to me that you see we are fiscally responsible while also supportive of you and the work you're doing. As we grow and prepare for a large business transition, discipline is what's going to keep us resilient and credible. This goal is about margin performance, pricing rigor, cost control, and financial visibility. It's about making informed decisions early, not reactive decisions later. To that end, I will be reporting more frequently this year on our financial performance because, again, we're all contributing to the performance of D&G as an organization. This year, there will also be structures to tie rewards back to the performance of the company as well, so expect to see positive changes all around. Next goal: deliver operational excellence through scalable systems, technology, and partnerships. The administration has been clear about the need to modernize. No surprise. That expectation is not slowing down, it's accelerating. Operational excellence is how we support coordination, surface risk early, and make execution more predictable as complexity increases. We're already doing this through intentional partnerships, many of which I relayed in past all hands. We're also expanding how we think about partnerships. We're continuing to explore relationships, and many of those include VC, so venture capital backed companies that offer mature, off the shelf solutions that add real value to the customers. At this time, we're also looking at partnerships with established platforms like Salesforce to strengthen enterprise visibility and coordination. So expect to see reach out about all of these companies and the solutions and trainings that may develop from these partnerships. This is also why we hired a new vice president with a technology startup background to help us modernize thoughtfully, scale intelligently, and build systems that actually get used. Next goal I want to talk about is building and sustaining a high performing, mission driven culture. This goal is about our people and our team, and this one deeply matters to me. We do not exist as a company without you. D&G is not a portfolio. It is a brand, but it's the people who show up every day, solve hard problems, and support our customers and each other. It's a team. As we grow and transition, the human side matters more, not less. Growth puts pressure on systems, transitions put pressure on people, and frankly, this goal is just so important to me that we do not lose sight of who we are as a company. This goal is about retaining great people, developing leaders at every level, and creating clear paths for growth so people can see a future here. You will see this as a renewed focus this year with improvements based on your input from surveys as well as ongoing conversations and feedback many of you have shared directly with me. Thank you for that. We and I want D&G to be a place where people do meaningful work and are trusted to lead and think and feel supported as whole people. I care deeply about the work we do, but I care just as deeply about the people and the team members who do it. If we ever lose that, none of the rest, frankly, is worth it. Taken together, these goals define how we lead, how we grow, and how we support one another. There is urgency, but there is also confidence. We are focused on the right work at the right level at the right time, and we are building this company together. Cheers to 2026.